I ain't feeling that great, but man, jumping in, trying to get this money. So we back on there. You know what I'm talking about? AM radio. Uh, I do want to apologize because I was not able to be on Big Rob so get on here Saturday. So there was no recap. I mean, not recap. I mean, was no pregame. You know what I'm saying? Analysis and shit. However, I'd say it was done private, I guess, in a way. You know what I mean? We wasn't like on air. Everybody talked about it definitely before the game came on. So I will say who I picked is those who spoke to me before the game and before kickoff. They will be able to vouch for who I picked and why I picked. I did pick Kansas City out. I picked Kansas City, but it wasn't like it was a no brainer. It certainly wasn't a no brainer. The shit went exactly how I thought it was going to go to the T. Except for the very last play. That was the only part that confused me. But ultimately, I figured it out why they did it like that. Uh, I mean, honestly, I really felt like the Eagles had the better team, man. I just felt like you just don't bet against Pat, bro. Like it's pretty easy. You know what I'm talking about? Like Brady. Like I'm gonna tell y'all stories. There's a couple times there are a couple very definitive moments in sports that cost me a lot of money. Like where I'm from, like we before they made sports gambling legal in Maryland, you know what I'm talking about? In my hood in Maryland, we was already sports gambling when we was like middle school though. You feel me? Hundreds of dollars. We was gambling hundreds of dollars. Those of us who was outside getting money doing what we do. You dig? We was gambling. I can tell y'all two different, and I'm gonna get to the other one when it's the basketball segment. That's the one where it crushed me the most. But the first time that I had ever took a crushing loss to my pocket via sports betting in the street was I don't know which number Super Bowl it was, but I do it was the first time Peyton went to the Super Bowl with the Broncos, bro. It was the Broncos versus the Louisiana. Everybody who know me know I'm a huge Peyton fan. Especially when he was active playing. Everybody who knows me knows that Bronco offense, like they was making me money all season long. We was clicking. You know what I'm talking about? Like we had shit rolling, bro. Oh my mother, we was rolling all year long though. I mean, they dropping 35 on everybody. They dropping 40 on everybody. This is before, like, the NFL just went completely airfare because that's kind of what kicked off like that whole era. I ain't gonna lie to you, like them Broncos when they first got together with Peyton and Demarius Thomas, and they had Eric Decker out there. They had Wes Walker in his last couple seasons out there. They had, yeah, they had some big time goons out there, motherfucker. The tight end Thomas, like they had goons. And I forgot who the running back was. They had running back too. So it was that one. You know what I mean? I'm only like 13. That was a no brainer for me. I'm thoroughly. I done made so much money during the season. I'm like thoroughly confident. So fast forward, the Super Bowl rolled around, right? I got like 450, and this my whole stash. Damn near, this my whole stash. Like I'm cleaning out the whole shoebox for Super Bowl. You know what I mean? I go with my mind block, and my man having a big ass party in his spot. I go with my mind block. There's a bunch of his men over there. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of his family over there too. So like everybody knew what I didn't know: the better defense and the better experienced squad. Because you know, I believe the Seahawks had already went against the Patriots. Yeah, the Seahawks had went to Super Bowl against the Patriots the year before. So all of the adults already knew what I didn't know. Because of that, that makes the Seahawks a more experienced team, and they hungry. And if it's a all-time defense versus all-time offense situation, you always roll with defense. Now I know that. This was my introduction to that. So when them boys went out there and got their ass whooped like that, man, I left. I left the bitch. I left in like third quarter or like the beginning of the fourth. I left. I came back. I saw they was making shish kebabs and shit. I came back, got me a shish kebab, man, and them boys scored a touchdown. They got a 2-point conversion. That's all they had to show for was 8 points. And then they had like 12 in total or something like that. Like it was something pathetic. And all my stash was gone. The whole stash was gone. My little 13-year-old heart was broken. You feel me? So, fast forward to Super Bowl 57. I don't want to bet against Pat, even if it's just for bragging rights. I'm not betting against Pat. I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? I'm not doing it. Yeah, Pat cost me a little bit of money when he went against Tampa, but I feel like that, I can live with that. You know what I'm saying? He was out there fighting for his motherfucking life on that motherfucker. It was a problem. I ain't got no problem with that. He cost me a little bit of money. Nothing too crazy. But I don't bet against Pat, bro. And to be honest, I mean, Tom was one of those dudes. So I kind of just used Mahomes the same way I kind of looked at Tom. Like, if Mahomes got 18, if he got a little bit of a team, if they got a decent squad, I'm rolling with the dominant one. He's just so much of a dominant player. I never really viewed Tom as a dominant player, like a super dominant player like a Mahomes though. Never really saw him that way. I saw Tom as a winner, like the all time like epitome of what a winner is. That's what I saw him as. You couldn't really bet against him. He wins. He just know how to win. He only associates himself with winning. It's just like it is what it is. That is the epitome of winning. It's Tom Brady. But the epitome of dominance to me is at the quarterback position is Pat. Pat also wins. So I like the Eagles. I ain't sleeping on them. I was not sleeping on them at all. I really feel like they actually had the more deeper roster. It's just okay. Look at who's their best player and look at the Chiefs' best player. That's it. That's all it came down to, really. And the defense. I mean, the Eagles' defense didn't show up like how we wanted, but I mean, the Eagles' defense did a better job of getting off the field in the first half than the Chiefs did. The Chiefs' defense could not get off the field. You know what I mean? In the first half, the play count, it was 42 plays Philly, and the Chiefs had only called 20 plays at half. That goes to show you they ain't, you know what I mean? The Kansas City defense ain't getting off the field. They're not getting no 3-and-outs for real. And with 20 plays in 2 quarters, it's kind of hard to make a response to any points that's being scored. You know what I mean? Because I mean, the time of possession, it was like a 22-minute difference in time of possession. It's very hard to make adjustments and respond to what the opponent is doing to you when that's was popping. So in the second half, they flipped the script. Now the Eagles is getting scored on every time the Chiefs got the ball. They never caused 3-and-out. They never got a turnover. The Kansas City ended up getting 2 turnovers, and they capitalized. And that's really all it comes down to. Jalen Hurts was dominant. I think Jalen Hurts is probably like Jalen Hurts. I think he's obviously made himself the motherfucking clear cut. He's made himself the clear cut best quarterback in the NFC East. It's not even close. I mean, Dak's got to go and he got to make a response. You know what I mean? I don't. That was one of the best Super Bowls I've watched uh, in my life, that was one of the best Super Bowls that I watched. It was exactly what it was supposed to be. It was predictions. It was exactly what it was supposed to be. Uh, you know, one team's best player was better than the other, more experienced. The Eagles going back soon. As long as they don't blow the team up, they going back soon. They'll probably win one worse. You know, they'll probably win one. AJ Brown, I was kind of sleep on AJ Brown. I never got a chance to really watch him play when he was in Tennessee. He's hurt a lot. I didn't realize he was this dynamic and this explosive and healthy. He's true. They can keep him and Devontae Smith together just 2 more years. They're going to be a problem. They're going to be a permanent problem. Like the Eagles are going to be a recurring problem. Um, it's not just a one season situation now. So the future of the rest of the NFL, I ain't gonna lie. If you're not the Chiefs, the Bengals, the Eagles, um, or San Fran, man, 'cause San Fran a quarterback away from turning shit up again too. You got to scramble, put your eggs in a basket, and figure out how you gonna make your next move coming into this next season. 'Cause them 4 teams, they kind of running the league right now in terms of the dominance and depth. They running the league. I ain't gonna lie to you. If you before you start, if you want to go anywhere past a division, a conference championship, you got to go through one of those 4 for sure. You know what I mean? So we'll see who can face up and match up the best and who can't. Y'all know how like the NFL actually they be having more moves being made in the off season than the NBA because it's more more players, more people on the roster, so it's more moves being made. So we can kind of see who's on what type time, who's trying to win, for real, or who not. You know, all the franchises that like they relate to the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, they like Cleveland Browns and stuff like that. Yeah, I was always worried about saving money. Always worried about everything except putting out a winning product on the field. Hey, we gonna see. You gonna see. I promise. Cause they starting to get it now. The league is catching up. I'm telling y'all, the league catching up in the sense of everybody starting to figure out that there is nothing more profitable than winning. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing more profitable than winning. I don't understand if you worried about profit margin. I don't understand what got a wider profit margin than winning ball games and a winning team. I don't understand what has more marketing value, more marketing potential than a team that is winning ball games. Period. The market don't matter. I ain't never in life heard nobody taking no damn vacation in Kansas City, Missouri. Ever. Hell, I ain't never heard. Look, I'm from the East Coast. I ain't never in life heard nobody taking no vacation to Philadelphia. Like that's like somebody saying they come to DC. Like we laugh when I tell them, "Oh yeah, I'm coming to DC for a vacation." Like, oh, you want vacation here? Ah, it's funny. It is hilarious. These are not. My point is like these are not ideal places for markets in terms of like global marketing, all out. You know what I mean? Nationwide marketing. These are not the most ideal spots at all. You know, Kansas City is just like kind of unknown.